An airline with lots and lots of history, and now finally again independent and also showing that in delivery. So of course that calls for a closer look. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at an Airbus A320-200 of Condor. At the front of the box we have a cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside, and on top of the box we have the Condor branding. And good news, Herpa is continuing their new box design, which looks absolutely fantastic. And now we even get the different social media channels from Herpa Wings featured on the box. What else could we wish for as collectors? Oh wait, maybe a good box design? And here she is, the Airbus A320-200 in the current livery of Condor. Now, Condor was established back in 1955 and at the time partially owned by Lufthansa. This, of course, became then entirely owned by Lufthansa, which then later sold it off to Thomas Cook. After the collapse of Thomas Cook, there was then a very short-lived attempt by LOT to take over Condor. That was then never fully completed, which of course has made the airline independent, although it is currently only operating thanks to financial support by the German state. But I must say it is great to see the Condor branding back in the skies. And that iconic and historic Condor branding we can find on the vertical stabilizer, where we on top then also have the German flag and the last two letters of the registration code. The full registration code of the aircraft we then find on the fuselage, and at the very tail of the aircraft we have a little bit of detailing around the APU exhaust. At the front of the aircraft and across the fuselage we then have the writing of Condor. We find the aircraft type specification and the Condor logo just underneath the cockpit windows. And that leads us to the cockpit section itself, which, other than the cockpit windows, only offers the detailing of the window wipers. You really can't make it much more bare-boned, Herpa, can you? The engine nacelles then have been kept in this dark yellow color. I think that looks very nice. We also have the silver leading edge. Overall, the detailing of the nacelles is decent when it comes to the physical detailing. Of course, we are lacking a lot of printed detailing. If we look into the engines from the front, we can then very nicely see the engine fan blades. On the fuselage, just above the wings, we then have the emergency exits printed on, and that of course leads us straight to the wings, which we should definitely also take a look at. And if we start off here with the top side, we can see the different flaps, slats and spoilers carved out very nicely. We also have the markings for the emergency exit, and we have some different shades of grey for additional detailing. Overall, I think it looks very nice. Also, the underside of the wing I think looks rather decent. Here we also find the full registration code of the aircraft once again, and then very nicely executed by Herpa Wings, also the wingtip fences, very nicely shaped. I must say Herpa is on point with those, and I also love the detail of the Condor branding that has been printed on as well. And then a quick look at the landing gear reveals that this is the current standard landing gear that Herpa uses for all their Airbus A320 family aircraft models, and I don't think there's much to say. It does look alright, especially the main landing gear. The front landing gear, however, I'm not a super big fan of. I think previous versions of the landing gear used from Herpa, it looked better than what we get here. And then last but not least, we also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here in the back side of the aircraft and here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Airbus A320-200 of Condor, the first aircraft model from Herpa Wings in Scale 500 with the new Condor livery. Although if you were a little bit mean, you could say it's just the Sonny Hart's livery of Thomas Cook with the Condor logo slapped on. And honestly speaking, you wouldn't be wrong, because that's exactly what it is. It is the old Thomas Cook livery with a Condor logo slapped on instead of the Sonny Hart. But it doesn't make it look any worse. In fact, I think it looks really nice, and with the Condor branding in the back, it's just making it better. The model itself, well, it is a very standard model from Herpa Wings, and you can really feel that Herpa is holding back with details, especially on the fuselage. But I must admit, where Herpa really is on point are the wings. I think they look really, really good. And if Herpa was putting just as much effort into the rest of the aircraft, it would be a really stunning model. Now it's a mediocre standard model from Herpa Wings with great wings. So would I recommend the model? Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, it is the first model with the new Condor livery, and for that alone I would say it is worth having in one's collection. And with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like. That would be very much appreciated. And of course, if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.